How about we just start with state of the NIC? You guys think mods are dying?
Oh, totes.
I mean, that's a critical thread there.
That's a go-to.
Yeah, let's start there. I'm gonna pull that thread up because that thread was amazing.
Yeah, who started it? I mean, in the original
it was started by Musa, who was a guy that came back from away for a long time, and I hated him before and I hate him now.
Oh, he's from New England. That's basically Canada.
Bullshit. Landed.
Oh, Jax is from Connecticut, though. That's New England. Well, I guess we can just say Maine.
That's not Nerf. That's not Nerf New England.
Yeah, we can just say Maine is terrible.
Well, there are some dirt parts of New England, like, where Lucy lives. Greenwich is just fucking Richie McWestville.
Yeah, that is pretty... Jesus.
Maine is where all the people with single Titan Chimera things come from, right?
Yeah.
Nah, Massachusetts.
Oh.
That's real.
Massive.
Yeah, those are some really cool dudes with some really cool Nerf guns.
They play Nerf guns super good.
Super douche good.
They Nerf hardcore.
Anyways, back in the
hardcore
classic.
Nerfing with actual douches, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't even have to make darts, you just buy douches and use those.
Yes.
There's a bunch of douchebags shooting douchebags at each other.
Getting hurt with a douchebag? That's like getting hit with by a police round.
It's like recursive douchebaggery.
Can you fit tampons in the barrels?
You can use tampon, the things that they come in as barrels.
You
mean the applicators?
Yeah, the tampon tubes.
They're so much better than the card. So you're selling we should be. So what you're saying is we should be selling Pet G tampon applicators.
Well, instead of Crayola battles, I mean, they're clear. Some of them have a blue tint.
Yes, these are superior barreling options.
This is a definite superior alternative to Crayolas.
And think about how many women all these Nerfers have in their life. There's so many chances to get them.
Oh, like in SoCal, right?
Yeah, definitely. Dude,
you get, bashed for bringing a girl?
Oh, no, it was so funny. Before we started actually playing at Armageddon this year, we wanted to take a group photo, which, by the way, was taken by the dad of someone who is apparently not on the forums, and he, showed up in camo with stock guns. And so we're never going to see a picture. That picture's never appearing on the internet unless it's on some creepy old guy tripped off forum.
I love those.
That'd be bobobob.com.
Yes, exactly.
bobobob.com.
And in any case, so if people haven't heard this, I brought two of my friends to Armageddon this year, and one of them had a vagina.
Oh my god, girly parts.
Which is
ew, I didn't know they could Nerf.
I know, right?
Are girly parts compatible with Nerf guns? Because I didn't think so.
Dude, you have to find the right kind of. Yeah.
Is there some kind of adapter or something?
And so we were standing there getting the group picture taken, and this dude next to us turns and he says, he just kind of gives it a once over, gives the situation just a quick look, and he's like, "You brought a girl to a Nerf war." This kid's 15.
Like disdain in his voice.
He was both incredulous and disdainful at the same time.
Beautiful.
He did not know what to make of this mythical creature who was standing next to him, a girl with a Nerf gun. I know, right? It's jaw dropping.
That is ridiculous. I've never heard of such a ridiculous thing.
This was the same kid who, after I made an off-color joke, asked me my name on the forum, and I said Ice9. He said, "Oh, that explains a lot."
Yes. Remember when you said that, and I was like, "That is so beautiful."
Yeah. So women and Nerfing, it's the best combination. All the time together.
Clearly.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
that's why you just gotta design your blasters to be, penis-only compatible. Like,
Yeah.
make it an air gun, and you have to put your, penis in this tube to pump it up.
Push penis in too, man.
That's a good system.
I mean, Dom almost got it there with his, fleshlight AK-4K.
Oh,
Yeah, if you put the fleshlight on the wrong end, I guess.
Yeah,
You have to stick your dick in the pump handle and pump it that way.
Well, I guess you'd have to replace the whole pump tube section.
With just a dick and hope that, you got a decent seal there. Yeah, I guess.
Alright, this conversation
That makes
turned into a bad path.
Yeah, this is awful. Let's go back to talking about the Nerf mod community dwindling. Here, I will post the link to the
that fucking thread.
It's still on the first page.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe that's evidence that the community is dwindling.
Well, I mean, there hasn't been a lot of homemade apps posted since then. But anyway, I posted it in chat so you guys can get up in this. And first of all, before I get into any of the content, I hate this guy, and I hate his signature, and I'm just fucking
How do you even know who he is? Like, just like one of those
who is it?
random people on the forums.
Exactly, and I hate
it?
Musa.
Who?
Musa, M-O-O.
No one else has heard of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
No, I only hate him because I've seen him post on the forums, and it's all awful.
That's basically why Zeke hates a lot of people.
I also hate, I don't know, after I came back from doing other stuff, and then I came back to Nerfhaven in, 2009, and I was on the forums, and Bob had amassed like 4 million posts by then, and he was using Air Apache's avatar from way back when, and I remember,
yeah, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, I was like, Air Apache was a cool guy, but what happened to him? And then I read the name, and I was like, oh, this is the same guy, and then I realized he's definitely not the same guy, because Air Apache was like some Asian kid from Arizona, and Bob was a pedophile from
Exactly, Air Apache was pretty much the coolest.
Yeah, that Air Apache, good times. Good times, Air Apache.
It's like
good time from like 2010.
Yeah. Oh man, long times ago. Kelvin, how does it feel to be the youngest member here?
Oh, am I the youngest member now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, your birthday was like way long ago, cause you were born, like a week, 2 weeks after me?
A year and 2 weeks after you.
I mean, time-wise, it's, short term.
Yeah. And I didn't actually mean youngest, I meant, like, newest to the forum, highest number.
Well, I am the youngest in age.
Yeah, you're also younger.
Yeah. I don't know.
God, such a good number. How do you...
Yeah, I felt like I came in at a good time. Back when, Herpes Core was still relevant, and Nerf was coming out with all these cool blasters.
Like the
long shots were still relevant. The long shot still is relevant because all the blasters that have come out since then just totally suck dick.
Yeah. God. So after this thread starts out awful with a person that I don't like and with posts that I think are stupid, then Curly fucking comes in here. And he's like...
Wait. You say that you don't like Musa's signature? No. Look at Hasred COC.
Yeah, that's awful.
that is one of the worst.
Yeah, that's so bad. First of all, it's something from Facebook, and then it's something that he said.
So he's quoting himself?
Exactly. And then he has the audacity to call it good times at the bottom. And
you got to keep in mind that this kid's probably like 12, and so for 12-year-olds today, social interaction is
he's
Facebook.
quoting himself.
It's Facebook with great correction.
Oh!
Hey, it's a step up from Facebook with Bob.
Facebook with Bob would have read more like an episode of To Catch a Predator.
Arfink's signature is pretty awesome. Does equal win.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not Keen's signature that got fucked up. Keen's signature was like the color tags weren't working, so like
Keen's signature cracks me up because now it's like 400 lines of just awful HTML tagging.
Exactly.
It's completely ruined.
I mean, you just keep it because you can't actually have a signature that long. I don't think.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of like your issue when it automatically integrated the HTTP. And you went over the character limit.
Yeah. It was awful. In any case, that's why my signature is still infected links that aren't really infected, but say they are. Okay, and then I hate Buff Daddy too. Yeah. This thread is just like a sinkhole disaster that people I don't like. Oh, and then I got to post Who Reads Metal Machine Music. A highlight.
Clearly the highlight.
Except for Ted's post. Ted's post is the best one.
Ted makes the best.
Of course Ted's post. Come on.
Ted, I think you're my number one favorite poster on the inside of forums.
I'm a lot of people's number one favorite poster on the Nerf forums.
I think, no. Huge.
I mean, I'm just glad that like all my like dedication and hard work pay off. I mean, the respect that I deserve.
It's appreciation, respect, all these things, and all the status that comes with it.
Word.
Yeah.
Do we have another topic, or
I'm going to continue to talk about this thread because I haven't even started talking about Curly, and I hate Curly.
I guess today's podcast is just let Zeke vent all his rage.
I'm just gonna complain about everyone all the time. So first of all, I hate Curly's signature too. Always run spell cheat. Oh, you're so clever, hilarious. Punch you in the dick.
That sounds like Zeke.
and then he starts off something like, I started looking at a year ago, so I can evaluate him. He's an authority. And he completely understands the minds of every nerfer in history, and so he can chart his yearly trend because it's super. He's a savant, clearly. That would explain a lot. I don't feel like reading his just tons of word posts, except everything he said. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that everything he says is wrong. Like, the Lenard shotgun has got a decent boost in popularity thanks to Make It Go. It was always popular, first of all.
Who are we talking about that's just wrong?
Curly. Wow. His post is like the middle of the first page of this thread, right above Danny B's post.
Actually, in his defense, Make It Go is pretty much the best pick that has happened in Canada. Which is kind of sad when you think about it, but it's an improvement.
I'm not disparaging Make It Go here, except for his really stupid videos that I think
you really should just be disparaging.
Stupid. Yeah, I should be. But it's
so much easier. He can't help the videos. He's Canadian. But the work he puts out is actually pretty good.
No. I respect the Octoshot. I respect the 1500 Hyperfire.
Oh, the 1500 Hyperfire is like cooler than anything Angel's put out in like years.
Oh yeah, totally. It looks good. You know, if I was him, I wouldn't have tried to do the auto rotation thing because as we've seen with shit like the 18K, it's better off if you go for the perfect seal and a little more time.
Exactly. That's tougher manual rotate with perfect seal.
Yeah. But you know what? I respect it. He did good work. And you know what? That's cool. But to say that they got a decent boost of popularity thanks to Make It Go is wrong.
It's a goddamn lot.
And making it a force to be reckoned with, excuse me. Let me go back to the main cannons from when this gun first came out, and Kelvin and I were shooting like crossbow distances, and it was the best.
Exactly.
And then
the brief period before hoppers.
Exactly. And then you throw a hopper on, and it's better than a jerk. It is. So, cool.
Yeah, I should just give up trying to sell mine and just cut the turret off and put a hopper on it.
Great. That'd be useful too. And apparently some people thought I was serious when I posted that list, and just to make it perfectly clear, I completely was. That list is not in jest, and it's exactly statistical perfection. It's what everyone thinks. So,
you should definitely separate dart creation into multiple ones, where making domes is like one of the most pleasurable activities known to man.
Yes. Dude, just domes.
And on the other end of the scale, making silicone domes is like the highest form of Nerf torture.
Except for collecting classic Nerf blasters. Because that was a slight at a different person. Burn on them. That's so subtle.
Classic.
So subtle. And then the thread devolves into people missing all the points.
Well, I like how Curly says, I mean, he's the first post after that. And it starts off with, makes sense to me. Except number 5.
Yeah, that's clearly the only thing wrong with it. Jesus. And then Make It Go chimes in with another missing the point. Incredible. Jesus. And then Curly responds with something further detracting from the entire point. And then I tell him that, oh yeah, I love when he says this. To anybody worried about the modding community, place your trust in this guy above. That is, Make It Go. I fired over a dozen rounds at him in one day from the BBBB, and he was far away by the time they landed. I was lucky his darts sucked shit.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Does that mean he was shooting him and, like, is he saying that his gun was really slow? Or that just Make It Go was just, like, running away from him?
I think...
Like, just totally, like, turning around and just running as fast as he can?
I interpreted it as running away. I thought that he was just saying that he couldn't hit him because he escaped his guards. And so I was like, this has nothing to do with modifying guns in general. I don't see how this is any different than using, for instance, a plus bow. And so I took a page out of Kelvin's book and posted, oh, I'm sorry, did you mispost in the thread from Nerf running away community dwindling? And then he missed the point on that and says, no, we're thriving very much. Or thank you very much. And I think he was trying to maybe make fun of me, but it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't really make sense that he took it seriously, because it's just a whole clusterfuck that is awful.
Yeah, initially I thought his post was saying that, Make It Go's blasters shoot far enough that they outrange, Big Blast. But then he said he was far away by the time they landed. So that implies that, like, his darts propel Make It Go further back, which can only logically conclude in the Nerf running away community known as Canadian Deathmatch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds... Man, it's just... Jesus. This guy missed...
Do Canadians hate homemades? Like, why don't they use homemades? I don't understand that.
I don't think they have good access. Like, Ryan just uses to ship to Canada.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go, guys. I'll be back later, maybe then.
Where you going?
Sorry.
Are you playing more Team Fortress?
Some other person is calling me, and I told him, no. I changed games to get away from him, sir.
Lucian's on the other line?
No. No, he's not.
Is it Diamond?
He's more important than us?
I did not say.
Whoever this person is, invite him to this, and then we can continue.
Invite him to this? Hold on.
Anyway, and then after Langley puts the thread back on track, and then...
I can't add the call.
Oh no. And then Russo missed more points. and then Terror Kitty puts up a wall of text that I don't want to read, and then Vac makes a funny joke. God, I also don't like Terror Kitty. Jesus. What is this disaster of a wall of text here?
Okay, hold on. Transfer. Okay, I think you should be able to add him now.
Me?
Who is this?
I transferred the call to... Oh shit, maybe I did that wrong.
What's happening?
Who is this mysterious
Probably
man?
just fucking...
Is it a nerfer?
No.
Well, then forget it.
It's a friend of mine that lives in Seattle.
Oh, does he know? Right. Does he know?
Is it Draconis?
No, it's not Drac at all. Ever.
Poor guy.
Truth. Oh, I am going to go for now. Okay. Talk to you guys later.
Alright, cool, man. Right. See you.
See you, Jeff.
Yep.
Bye.
Oh, now his icon.
Alright.
Gone all in.
Okay, so yeah, Terry puts up a wall of text that I don't care about, and I hate stone. So we're gonna ignore that. It's gonna be great.
Alright.
Okay, anyone else have input on the mod communities for things? I kind of just hogged that entire conversation.
Well, I mean, I don't really care if no mods ever come out, because I don't care about Nerf guns anymore.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the bottom line for me. I mean, I have my 2 pumpos, and that's all I'm probably ever going to use.
Yeah.
Because I doubt anything better is ever going to come out.
That's fair. That's fair. It'd be nice if people... I mean, I like homemades. I think they're cool. And I like to use them. And then there are some guns like my Maximizer, for instance, that don't really have homemade equivalents, so I use that. But I would gladly take a homemade Maximizer over that one any day, because that gun is going to break, and it's going to not be fixable, and the handle is tiny.
So with resin.
I don't even know if I can open it, to be honest, because there's like one screw on the gun, and it's crazy. It's a crazy gun.
I just think the thing is that we've probably hit, 90% peak efficiency that you can get in the sport. So, no, blaster released by a toy company will really be relevant. I mean, we have, the pad and the man cannon / hand cannon, and those are pretty old, and they're basically the only thing stock that has a chance of being competitive with what you can buy from Ryan. I think mods basically is going to be like, you could buy this polycarb thing, or you can spend a third as much money and get probably 95% the performance.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, there's a reliability factor too. I mean, with a homemade, I mean, not much is going to break, and if it does, it's easily replaced.
Yeah, definitely. Like, modifications has probably a replacement life cycle of a year and a half. But that's part of the charm of it to some people, because they just like doing things.
Yeah, and I mean, one of my favorite things about, I don't know, I guess, say working with Big Blast is that there's a lot of different routes you can take, even with the Big Blast. I guess now that Ryan's getting chronograph, they're pretty much all going to be out of the way, but, the pump replacing, and putting them in new shells, and it's just kind of fun little neat stuff that, I mean, you can still do it with the homemade, so it's no big, but it's just so much easier to just use nesting tubes for everything.
Homemades definitely have a long way to go in terms of comfort, unless you want to cut your own full wood body and spend a million years doing it.
Yeah, I think Ryan is onto something with this casting stuff. Although to be fair, that's going to be a very limited thing. Like limited to Tim thing. But, I mean, resin casting for comfy handles and all that stuff, it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, you can probably, have like a pump grip.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a stock. And then it'd be up to par.
Lovely.
I know, right?
It's gonna be in there forever. It's gonna be immortalized on the internet.
Oh man, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You start like a TED soundboard.
Yeah. It can be like one of those, drive time radio shows. Just, I lost track of what I was thinking of. So, that's okay. We'll let that thread go.
Ted, what'd you think of, Objective game at APOC?
Yeah.
It was like the first time that Coast did it in large scale.
Well, I mean, we only did the one objective round. Carpe Testiculum.
Yeah, well, that was the one game, but rounds were pretty much run throughout the whole day, which is nice.
Wait, so Ryan and Kane played no deathmatch?
Ryan played some deathmatch. And we had the clan deathmatch.
Oh, that's right. Well, that happened.
No, I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, I wouldn't say like that's the only thing I'd ever want to do, but it was a nice change, I would say. I think I did 2 rounds. The thing that I liked best about it was, I got to shoot certain people like 1,000,000 times in one round.
Yeah, and you wouldn't get that in that match.
No. It's fun, like seeing somebody shoot them. They have to walk back, and then they come to the same spot, and you shoot them again and again.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh, that reminds me of Armageddon, I guess, last year. Yeah, last year, where we had one game of CTF where there were like 50 people at that war, and only 3 or 4 people with poppers. So me and my guest were 2 of those people. So for my team, we just sat back by the flag and played defense. And the game, I mean, our team couldn't score, but their team never got past the 2 of us once, no matter how many people rushed us. We were honestly pegging, I honestly pegged this one kid like 30 times during that one round. It was awful. Thank God we were using slugs, because I would have put so many bruises onto those kids.
Some guy, cried or rage quit at one of the Chicago wars.
Really? Wait, when?
This was at, Channel 3.5. Back when a select few people had hoppers, and a select few people didn't have hoppers. He didn't, physically cry, but he whined.
Was this Scoggins you're talking about?
Oh, maybe.
What's going on here?
Oh, they were just complaining about how hoppers are unfair.
I think it was Channel 3, because that was the one that was like the first hopper war we had. Because the one before that we had, Ryan's AJ3K for the first time.
Oh, no, that was actually unfair.
No, I agree, that gun was terrifying.
I think, it was Zach's guest at APOC got his AT3K and just demolished people.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, that gun is a little too ridiculous. It's not fun to play with, especially indoors. He had it once, in an indoor place we were playing in, and that just scared the shit out of me.
I bet. That sounds terrifying. Oh, I took Ryan's to SoCal once, and I mean, it got banned after that day, and I exploded the barrel while I was using it, but I shot California Pants in the knee, and I thought I'd hit the wall behind him, because it honestly sounded like the dart had just hit something super hard and just exploded. And I don't know if I left a bruise or anything, and I apologize profusely, but it honestly sounded like I hit some sort of building material rather than a person. Those guns are frightening. Genuinely frightening.
Indoor wars are cool though.
Yeah,
you don't have frightening guns. I think we've exhausted like outdoor war potential because everyone's just shooting like 110 feet and have incredible refire rate because everyone has a plus bow equivalent with a hopper equivalent.
Yeah. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, because we've been looking around and there's laser tag places aren't really promising in Chicago because they're all super uptight dildo butt plugs. But and then in terms of like what the West Coast has up in Washington, you know how they have like epic abandoned buildings. All the abandoned buildings in Chicago are in the derelict ghettos and super unsafe.
They're frightening. They're genuinely frightening places.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
So.
It'd be like Nerfhaven Vitalia.
Oh God, that place. That was a frightening place.
Really?
Jesus. I don't know. There was something about it because we rolled up at like 2 in the morning, and
his elevator, man. Like I've been in old elevators before, like in New York and stuff, but his doesn't have like the screen thingy that closes, so it's just bare elevator shaft.
I mean, his area, like the area that he's in, is pretty nice, but like his apartment building itself is so shady.
Yeah, I think that's the real issue. That it's like, I guess the opposite of an oasis in his neighborhood. It's like a great, lovely little area, and then you have this like one spot of an awful desert in the middle.
I mean, like I remember the first time I went to an apartment, and like he opens the door to the building, and there's just like graffiti like all over the place.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh boy, what am I getting myself into?
Yeah, that is a genuine concern at that point. Oh, Nerf. Why?
See, it's tough to like talk about like Nerf stuff since like, the community is just dwindling.
Yeah. And the only thing we can talk about are wars. I don't think the last war I went to was some California, and then you guys had APOC, and it's not really there's not much to talk about for these wars. We can just extrapolate to larger topics. But
well, the East Coast guys are heading out to Hell Before Halloween, and we're doing
oh, that's right,
Chicago Halloween 4.
Yeah, that should be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
But to be honest,
scary costumes only.
Nothing has really changed in the community.
Oh.
Because before we had so much content only by luck, kind of, because all these cool new N-Strike collectors came out, and everyone's like, oh my god, AR removal. But then everyone realized they sucked, so we went back to same old guys.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, if the mod community, I think the mod community dwindling is pretty much an inevitability. At moments, or what the real action is, mostly because if you think about the content being produced by toy gun manufacturers, they finally have really good engineers on their side. They're able to create guns that are fun for kids to play with, more attractive than, say, like a Supermax line would be. Since for a Supermax line, you can pump it up a bunch to fire one shot, then you can go find that dart and put it back in. And with the new N-Strike blasters, you just have these clips and these cool things that kids want in their toy guns. And then they're engineered well so that they fire a safe distance without too much extraneous engineering. Like, for instance, on split fires, they have holes drilled everywhere between the air tank and the barrel because they're just like, oh no, this gun's going to put holes in kids if it's not weakened significantly. Because they just figured, why not put a bunch of power into it and weaken it later? So, I mean, the homemade smoothies really did a good job in this because stuff was butter. That was my thing.
We just have to wait on Slug to come back from his robot girlfriend, and then design the next revolution.
Yeah, come on. I don't actually think we need homemade air guns. I don't think that'll help or do anything. But that's okay.
I think, in terms of basic design, we're pretty much where we're at the point where we're doing it as well as we could in terms of a plunger. And now it's really alternative priming methods with, like all these full pulp and like shortened and lever design. And, I guess, barrels and darts is the last inefficiency.
Yeah. And I mean, it seems like the RTD darts that are getting worked on are a step in the right direction for that sort of thing. And
yeah, I actually just made an order and had McMaster ship a bunch of awesome Screech stuff to Ryan. So hopefully we can get working on that
everywhere. Yeah.
Super secret.
And he mentioned that he got that today in chat. I'm looking forward to that. I already promised him that I would just sit down and make a bunch of darts because that would be better to do and have guns to work on at this point. Because I invested in a poor decision. several poor decisions.
Well, at this point, Nerf is actually really conducive to the casual Nerfer.
Okay.
I mean, Ted, would you consider yourself casual Nerfer? Like you just go to Nerf Wars and that's about it?
You're more focused on the action of the whole thing rather than the milieu of modification and building that surrounds it.
I mean, I would agree with that. I mean, that's why I'm still involved in the communities because I enjoy like nerfing. Yes. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I built a gun that I want to play with, and then I don't really feel the need to expand on it. I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Like what you were saying earlier in terms of durability. Basically, once you get one of these blasters, either build it yourself or pay $100 and get one. All you have to do is make darts maybe once a year and show to Nerf Wars. Because I think before, back when technology was still kind of evolving, if you wanted to not get shot like at double your range, you had to keep up with what was going on.
Yeah, I think we pretty much stabilized the army race at this point. There's no more person walking up with a big blast for the first time ever, and then your crossbow gets just demolished because you reload at the same speed, and he can outrange you by maybe half. He adds like 50% to your distance.
Well, I actually remember when the Big Blast first came out, and I was the first person like in New Jersey to get one, and that first war was just unbelievable because I could stand behind everybody else, and I was just picking people off. But that's probably never going to happen anymore.
No, it's not. I guess if you nerf in the backwards pockets of the world, like going back to when I come back to SoCal. And I started using the speed loader because I'm lazy. The speed loader and dome darts. And I mean, I'm just using maximizer, so it's not so awful. I mean, there are kids running around who can place pump big blasts. I mean, ultimate missile blasts or whatever the hell the new thing is. And other people are using Roboman's AT2Ks. So I mean, there's certainly competition, but the big difference for me is I make better darts than everyone, so I can actually shoot people at a distance and hit what I aim at. And that's another thing that's going out the window. Because it's nice when everyone uses slugs. It's safe for the most part. It's pleasant for the most part. There's a nice range drop off that's pretty much uniform in a bunch of different ways. And makes things competitive that weren't once so competitive. And then you have better rounds because of it. So not everyone's just camped out at top range trying to hit the other person, and people are actually running around doing other things.
I don't know, I'm kind of ambivalent about that.
Ambivalent about what?
Like, standardizing darts. I mean, before it was definitely unfair. Like when we had those super dome slingshot darts that shot for miles. I'll admit it was kind of fun to like hit people from way beyond their range.
You enjoyed it. We all did.
It was pretty fun. But it definitely made it unfun for them. But now, everyone has the same blaster that shoots the same rate of fire and range, and that seems like it'd be great. But for some reason, at all the Chicago wars, that just ends up being like people standing around shooting each other, and there's no like incentive to move anywhere. Like before in the old wars, back when we had speed loaders, right? Because even though you're shot for miles, it took so long to reload that like if you missed, the guy could rush you because he doesn't want to get hit, and there was like sort of an athletic aspect to it. And now it's more tactical, moving around between cover and just unloading as much ammo as you can.
No, that is true. That sounds like what I remember. Like Cataclysm 2 or whatever the other place was. I mean, that was a pretty fun war, but it's by no means one of the best ones I've been to. I've been to many, many better ones. I do agree that there is something missing, but I still prefer this sort of dark uniformity for the most part to, I mean, it probably makes it more fun for other people that they're no longer getting lasered by plus pros with speed loaders and U3 darts.
It's probably, Nerfers thing, too. I mean, we had fun at Deal. That was hard.
Oh, yeah. No, that is
probably,
true.
Second best war I've been to.
First best being APOC?
Stano.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if it's just, nostalgia or the war was actually better, but, that was my first year of Nerfing. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
you got some good shit in the first year, man.
I know. I went to more wars in my first year from Nerfing than a lot of people have gone to in, like, their entire Nerfing career.
Yeah.
With the exception of, like, Nerfing superstars like Ryan, who go to, like, 9 a year.
I go to a good amount. Although, I mean, there was a big patch where I didn't, but I still go to a pretty good amount.
But,
Ted goes mad wars, I guess.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's all, it's become invitations.
Yeah, invitations are the best.
You guys have more, field out there.
Yeah.
In New Jersey.
That's that is the issue for us, because now we're reduced to using some dude's property out in the middle of bumfuck Illinois.
Why?
Because we've gotten kicked off of like 3 other parks, and Ryan doesn't like the one park that we didn't get kicked out of. Because it's far away, and you have to bring him obstacles. So, yeah. And I mean, part of the problems with the place that we played at were just happenstance problems, like the dude's lawnmower broke, so there was a lot of the field that we couldn't use, and the field that we could use had long grass, so we lost a lot of darts. It was a hassle to run around in it. And the weather was really hot and kind of shitty that day. So, yeah.
New Jersey just seems, more compact, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Same with, like St. Paul and Minneapolis. They have 4 different locations, all pretty close to each other, whereas in Chicago, you can kind of get, like, one good place, and it's only good because no one else goes there, and all the other parks are just, like, full of people all the time.
Yeah. SoCal is nice. I mean, I'm not saying that the parks that we use are near each other. Like, they're all the parks we use are pretty much 40 minutes away from where I live. But they're 40 minutes away in different directions. But there's a lot of variety in this, and the weird thing is that unless you live by one of these places, you're pretty much the same difference from all of the wars. So, like, the person who lives in Glendora and only has to travel a few blocks for Armageddon, you're 40 minutes away from when they play in Fullerton or one of these other Inland Empire areas. So, I mean, it's a good system that works out.
Plus, New Jersey is close to other states.
Yes.
Because there's Pennsylvania. I guess that's really it. But we have, Milwaukee. I don't know how I feel about that after, Cheerios got banned for lame reasons.
Why did Cheerios get banned?
Because he shot, leader size in the head. I'm sure it's accidental, but it happened twice. Yeah. And then
he got banned for that? Seriously?
Yeah. Well, I think the details shouldn't go on the podcast, but basically leader size flipped out and, talked to, Hummer, who organizes a lot of them. And then Hummer told Cheerios that he was no longer welcome at, Milwaukee area Nerfhaven.
That's super bullshit. I'm sorry, leader size is grade A. Pussy. Fuck. Asshole, bitch. Words.
Is he the one that got knocked out?
Yes.
Supposedly? Yeah, he's the one that, talked to the cops, too.
Cool dude.
The coolest.
Not.
Oh man, I didn't see that coming.
Got the freshest humor, Ted.
I don't know. Well, New Jersey, I used to, not anymore, but we used to go down to DC for wars all the time, like twice a year. But then everyone there kind of faded out. There's no real reason.
That's a shame. When it just happens because everyone gets older, it's no fun.
Well, Groove was out for legitimate reasons, and that was kind of fun. And, Cranky Monkey came back out of death. Yo, Nick, Gears wants him.
Oh.
He's back from, playing with his, I don't know what he plays with, his dorm mates.
Anyway, his connection's really shitty, so we might have bad luck with this, but I'm adding him in. Because we all love Gears. Oh no, it's still connected to Gears. He died.
I'll ping him.
Cool. Oh.
He's responding in the IRC.
I bet.
Did he join it? Oh my god.
Yeah. Yo.
Yay.
I have such a bad connection, so I might cut out at some point.
That's okay. We love you anyway.
Don't you have, school internet?
What's up?
Don't you have school internet? Shouldn't that be good?
Yeah. Using the wireless is so horrible. Like, I have my, Ethernet hooked up to my Xbox right now.
Sweet. That'll do it.
Yeah.
We could talk about, Nerf on YouTube.
Yay.
It's a good topic.
Oh, yes.
Because Gears made a pretty good, Nerf YouTube video that everybody should check out.
Oh man, that one.
I feel like I really...
It hurt, Gears. Okay, Gears, tell us what you think about the Nerf scene.
Oh, yeah, so much Nerf shit, man.
Tell me about the Gears. Okay, tell me about the Foximizer. Tell me about
the Foximizer. Well, the last time I saw the Foximizer, it was sitting in split scroll space, which was maybe a couple weeks before APOC. So maybe like middle July. Yeah. And it looked the same exact way that it looked maybe December of 2009.
This makes me sad.
I mean...
So it makes me even more sad. The King bow.
Yeah, I mean...
You should just use the King Edward bow, man.
Dude, I would love to use the King Edward bow. That's what...
Yeah,
Kelvin, let me give you props on that name by, like, just as many as I can give.
Yeah, I tried to, make a name that would, get split angry, but also would make sense.
I mean...
Well, I mean, he'd have to be around for him to get angry.
Sounds legit.
Have you seen how expensive flux capacitors are on eBay? They're all like $300.
Really?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Do you want more?
No, not anymore.
I got
They
a
have
new,
they have the Mirage baseball cap for like $30.
I got, a new ThinkGeek, catalog in the mail today when I got the new holster. And it has, like, a pre-order for the, Aliens Pulse Rifle prop. They get Holly Collectibles one. I'm just like, oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, that's a cool way.
Can you cut it open and put a Nerf gun in it?
So I'm like,
That's not what you do with a replica, Kelvin.
Oh man, that's what I do with all my replicas. Like that Firestorm.
Ted, you're right. These are expensive.
It's
Wow.
ridiculous.
That's kind of ridiculous. It's not kind of, it really is. It's crazy.
It's just a box with like some neons in it.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh well. Well, a $300 plus capacitor would go great with $1,000 shoes. So we need to make our unholy t-shirts so we can be super cool.
I thought you made Unholy 3 shirts.
I made a design for shirts, and we just never got them.
Bags made like those Maximizer shirts.
Yeah, you put them up on Zazzle, and they look cool, but the Unholy 3 shirt, I took 3 different pictures. Well, Kelvin's picture came out kind of weird, but it's all colors, so it doesn't really matter. And the design looks good. It's kind of encased in a sphere, and then has our logo right above it. Very big. Very big. Yeah, that's the one. Wait, is that the one?
Oh no, sorry. Here, I'm gonna send you guys this post.
That's cool. Oh, that's a slightly different. Yeah, that was the original design. I came up with a slightly different one. It actually had a logo on it. But yes, that is the correct one.
Yep.
Pretty much. Oh, it looks super good. I love that Ryan's doing some sort of thrust. That's what really makes the shirt. You can get that in baby sizes for all your kids. It's great. It's perfect.
I'm shocked you don't have the thong.
Oh man.
Unholy 3 song.
Oh. Honestly, if they had that, I would wear it.
I know Cafe Press has a thong.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
What?
But, Ruby, made, a new Zazzle for the LG Left. He made a new logo and everything. So, supposedly he's supposed to have it up by the end of the week. We're all supposed to get, new Raglins and stuff. Did you guys see the new logo?
No. Yeah. Is it the one that's on the flag? No. Yes? Maybe.
No. This was the one. But, here is a picture that might be worse than, oh, wait a minute. Legacy Conversations from Skype phone. Get this noise. It might be worse than when I came to yours. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What is this picture of?
This is not the right picture.
I think this is a primary color steampunk. Or at least a really awful try.
This is a disaster. What am
I thought this was going to be the
what
new LGLF logo.
You know what's just terrible? The girl on the front with the dark tag.
Yeah.
And her stomach hanging out.
That's really what was going through her mind when that happened.
Oh my god.
I mean, the girl holding the, what's it called, the ball, the buzzsaw. Yeah, she pretty intimidating.
I like Elvis sitting next to her. Elvis with dark tag.
I think he aimed for the wrong 70s. It looks like he landed in the 1970s with a disco neon suit and glasses, and he should have been going for 1870s here.
Oh my god.
This is a disaster for my eyes.
So get this,
Oh, wait. Just
go ahead.
really quickly. look in on the very far right hand, the face kind of in the corner. It looks like Angel's mask.
Yeah, with the headband. Oh, that is Angel's mask. Like the one where he shoots monkeys in.
Oh my god. Just looking in.
Hey guys, what's going on? Want to see my muscles?
Oh, that was a great catch.
Thank you. I'm glad we found it.
I so wish I was family photo, but I'm the fuck out of this picture now.
Wait, was this taken at PSU?
No. This is some Australian like steampunk convention.
Okay, good. Thank God.
It doesn't look like anybody else in the crowd is wearing a costume.
No, it looks like a fairly normal group otherwise.
Except for Satan.
I can't believe he got in this picture. I'm impressed.
I didn't know he was that big into steampunk when you travel to Australia.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, he probably came with one of his girlfriends. That's the real thing. Which one, though?
Oh yeah, did you guys see that R2? I don't know where I saw it. Let me try and find it real quick. This R2D2 Maverick that I saw the other day. It looks pretty cool.
In any case, for the people at home listening to this, Gears posted up a group photo of human disasters just sitting here in, I think they took colored steampunk and ran it through Google Translator like maybe 40 different languages, and they tried to dress up as what came out. And so it's awful. It hurts to look at, but somehow, Forsaken Angel got into the background of this photo. It's amazing. I have to say, I kind of like the whiteout long strike that one dude's holding.
Yeah, that white looks so good.
The white color scheme was a good call on Nerf's part.
It's probably
whiteout strike, but actually.
What you said?
I was gonna say rule of three, because their clear blasters suck and the sonic blasters suck, but the whiteout ones are really good.
Yeah.
Actually, there's whiteout long strikes to use for the HVZ games, and that orange modbook skit that I put in it, the stage 1. Tell me how it shoots faster than a recon with the stage 1 and 2 kit inside. Like my long strike was shooting streamlines as finicky as they are. Like shoot a solid 20 feet farther than whatever like anyone's recon was shooting.
Oh, that's not bad. That's respectable.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to explode though, because that thing is so loud. It's so loud, man.
Is there any difference in long strike? I mean, is there any fundamental difference in volume the long strike puts out compared to the recon, or are they essentially the same internals?
They are basically the same thing.
Okay.
I think the spring that he includes in that the Orange Modworks guy puts in the long strike kit is like a little bit stronger than the recon.
I just realized I'd also like the guy standing in kind of the middle background of this photo who's dressed up as steampunk Tusken Raider. Or maybe gay steampunk Tusken Raider, because that is a lot of colors for Tusken Raider to be wearing. This is a weird group. You could stare at this photo for hours and still find things to make fun of.
Yeah, I'm glad I exposed you all to that.
Yeah. I'm curious now, what actually is the new LGLF logo?
Oh yeah. Let me find it. I mean, Phil's probably gonna be pissed if I post it, but
well, it's okay. We can just describe it on the air as awful.
It looks it's pretty badass. Let me see if I can bring it up.
You said Groove made it. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good artist.
Yeah.
He definitely has some.
He draws some cool things.
My favorite
like
thing,
my Facebook profile picture.
the picture.
He drawed that. He drawed that good.
Ooh.
Is that the bear coming down the mountain?
No, that's Hirsch's.
Oh, okay.
Or Womack Clans.
There's devils, right?
Yeah, it's after a zombie apocalypse.
That's good.
It's me, Womack Clan, and the greatest goaltender of all time.
Nice.
Everyone just bought some. Yeah, I see, and I'll post them there.
No, you post it now.
Yeah,
I'm not posting. Fuck that, he's gonna. Alright, fine.
Ted, I like your other profile picture. That's
alright, it's good.
Everyone else in the IRC is an LGLF anyway.
Pete, you're a fucking dude.
I'm not surprised. Seems
Check it
Oh,
out.
this is awful. This is the worst thing I've ever
I get a
seen.
picture. He's like, yeah. I was like, what if we were like high-fiving in the picture? He's like, alright, that sounds cool.
Nice. That is, I like that. Gears.
No, you're supposed to say it's awful, man.
Really not.
And
It
like
just
I
sucks
like it up my butt.
I don't like it. It's unoriginal.
Yeah. Way to go, Groove. Way to fuck it up, Groove.
Mm.
He's definitely gonna hear this. Groove.
It's available.
Groove, get back to drawing death by phone. The greatest webcomic ever. No. Second greatest webcomic ever. After that one guy I made fun of. In the avatars thread.
Oh my god. Such a good first.
I wish that had gotten more attention. Because that was a fine group effort that we put in there. Everyone who listens to this should read the avatars thread. Like the last 5 posts in it.
I don't think anybody's gonna listen.
No.
Like this far into this podcast.
There are 0 people who are gonna listen to this.
Yeah, well, people who, like put this on their iPhones and whatnot, listen to it throughout the day.
Yeah.
You could probably cut out like my whole existence in the podcast, and no one would notice.
Oh, we gotta be here when we talked about the steampunk photo. So that photo is amazing.
Oh, that's so true.
That should be the highlight of this podcast.
Yeah. That should be the entire content, just us talking about that photo.
Just a steampunk photo.
Hey, you notice with that photo, the guy who kind of looks like Ben Folds next to Elvis?
Yeah.
He doesn't even look steampunk.
No, he doesn't.
He just looks like a guy that put on an orange vest. He just told him to like jump in the photo.
Yeah, he's got the orange vest. I guess he's kind of got the hat thing going, the flat hat. That's
not even like an odd hat.
Yeah, I know. People are wearing those now. I mean, they don't look good, but people are wearing them now.
Jackson's worn that hat since forever.
Well, see, Jackson is different because he has one arm and he's awesome. This guy has both arms.
Actually, looking at Elvis, giving him a closer look, he kind of looks like if Wolverine,
he's got that hair.
Wolverine from the 70s.
Yeah, no, like Wolverine trying to infiltrate some disco.
But he's not holding a Thane's new Wolverine crossbow.
No. Oh my god. Just before we get into that really sweet crossbow, the dude holding the light on track is looking at the thing like angrily.
Oh.
Just eyeing them.
I think he's saying like, I'm gonna tap that. I got that.
Look at that stomach. That's how I
said. Well, he's looking directly at the dark side girl, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that belly.
Yeah,
he's
just like, get me some of that.
No.
But I like the Tuscan creator guy. I just noticed he has a quiver of big dead bow arrows, and he has the end strike patch on his hat.
On his hat.
The dude next to him has a pretty intense cowboy hat going.
He's the only one that looks like he might be a cool dude.
He's got the facial hair for it. Yeah, no, I agree. None of these other guys look like I'd ever want to talk to them.
Well, there's the guy in blue on the far right. He's not even looking at the camera. He's like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
He's like, I regret my decisions. No, actually, I didn't mind like briefly striking up a conversation with Disco Wolverine. Actually, look at the lady holding the long shot and long shot front pin. She looks kind of like an old crack, like you know when you see a generic prostitute in a movie, like lowest of the low, kind of like coked out.
Yeah,
that's what she looks like. It's kind of got that stringy blonde hair that's not healthy or good looking. She's got that kind of face. She's looking at Bluefest like, yeah, I can get some money out of that.
I don't know why, but the guy in the blue vest looks like he's like a manager at a Radio Shack or something.
It's the maniac.
Where did that guy get an orange pea coat? That's what I'm curious about. Get an orange pea coat in Australia at that. That's surprising. I guess the lady next to him, just had to have that fan. It was too hot otherwise. Wearing 40 layers of cold films is too much for that body to take. I think we've kind of sort of moved away from Nerf conversation.
Yeah, we should talk about Otani's thing and then wrap this up.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. I like Otani's thing. It's cool. I like the system that he made for swapping into PS tanks. That was neat.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Also,
Especially,
It's
on Nerfhaven, and I actually have it opened up inside.
yeah, it's true. He puts one with it.
Revolutions for days.
Yeah, it is. And right here.
Did you ever get that one shot?
Yes, I got like.
No,
You did?
no.
Rogue said he was going to build Gears a long shot.
Yeah, I know. He said he was going to do a long shot. Okay, I just posted in chat for you, so check it out.
Just post a picture of the suitcase.
What?
And it goes, look at the fucking suitcase. It's so cool.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Falcon Style 2K turret.
It's just totally Falcon style. If you could just like run a chopper, like or even anything for like the main background, just run it back between the two turrets.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So
it looks really cool with the 2K turrets on it, but that is not what fun to use because you're gonna have to do something with the front barrel, and I mean even with the hopper, you're gonna get it. Those tanks can get the red, but it's still a really cool gun. Props for that.
That would be a pain to reload too if you have to ramrod those darts.
See, that's what I've learned.
It's really easy to round.
The one thing he could have done better was put the blast button externally, or like have the trigger for it external. Because right now the blast button is linked up to the main crossbow trigger, which link triggers is just always terrible.
Yeah, I agree with that. Although to be fair, I think what he used to for was like this, and there wasn't a really good external mounting point that would keep it clean.
Yeah. I mean, you could drill a hole on the left side of the shell, and then have kind of like this push button on the side.
Yeah, right at the front. My favorite one was made that Supermax 5000 into a Super Tech 9000 lookalike with a really nice Raider slot on it. That was a very, very good looking gun. And I mean, I think he put a full strike tank in it, which is immense overkill, but cool gun nonetheless.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I should find that.
He
Also,
well, the only difference between small soldiers 5K, I think that's what he started with before he put the paint on. But,
no, it was a normal.
Oh, it was a normal 5K? Alright. Yeah. But a normal 5K is basically the same thing as the Super Tech 9K, except without the stock. So he used a Raider stock because it kind of has the same top bar and curve, and then attached a PVC bottom bar, and then just fixed that do the 5K, and then gave it a really good paint job. And so it looks like a SuperTech 9000 with a new coat of paint.
Yeah, I suppose it's it's a good looking little thing. And, I give it a full on prop for that. And it works with a hopper, the rolled hopper. Unsurprisingly, didn't have to use for TVs, but it's cool. Super cool.
That's a good picture.
Yeah. The stock looks so nice.
Yeah, real clean.
Yeah. He did good work.
Super clean.
That gun is not a gun that we can use in Chicago, though. I would be killing kids, and then Ryan would film me.
Well, it probably failed the chrono.
That's the point.
That pulse strike thing probably gets like 300 FPS.
Oh, easy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that tank is like 3 times the length of the stock 5K thing. Doesn't the pulse strike tank have the spring in it too?
Yeah. Most people take it out, but they don't realize that's the tank's greatest asset, because it's basically mag strike tank, or like a mag strike piston turned into a tank. Air guns weren't just so much effort. It'd be really worthwhile to investigate putting up a ladder with a pulse strike tank that is like a full auto hopper.
Yeah, that's cool.
But that's effort. And we have RPG compost.
Yeah. See, the only person who would actually use it like that to me is I hate convenience and I hate ease of use. And I like finding effort because I was before I did actually use it. So, yeah. But I'm not going to put the effort. But also, lazy. It's going to be great. Yes.
Have you seen that SNO video? Savannah Nerf outing?
No.
It looks crazy.
What's
like all these weird people in Nerf world. Yeah,
I didn't check out this video.
This is the guy's channel. It looks weird.
I'm a little upset that I missed out on the Canada Bash.
Yeah, you did. It was mostly just early bash.
Remember, kids, stay fresh.
Yeah,
Hydrated. Oh, because it's hot balls out here.
Yeah, just Block 2.0.
Shit.
Oh, that looks like GCN in terms of the like initial hallway that they were nerfing down.
It looks like a nice area, I agree.
I've never even heard of it.
Shot like 4 years ago. Oh my god!
I saw a dude with and what kind of turret is that? That's
Zorro.
And Lord Draconal was at the wheel.
Is that the person that can post things to act?
There's a guy on YouTube that never shows his face and like buys like already modded guns from people and then just paints them and like takes credit for it.
That video is weird. But uncomfortable.
The music was kind of weird.
Lord.
Oh, I forgot when I played it. It gets recorded into the podcast. I guess that's not so bad.
No, I mean the music was not so off.
Alright, cool. Everyone say bye.
Are you gonna make an intro video with like sweet like music, like Dead Mouse or something?
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
kids are listening to.
If you don't think Dead Mouse 5 is the best musician ever, you are mistaken and wrong.
Alright, I'm just gonna run out your voices.
Yeah, do it. Travis said I'm going to sing really grateful things right now. You better turn that.
I am, I think.